Most Tesla owners believe one thing, and it's costing them money. No oil changes means no maintenance. That's the assumption. It's also wrong. Somewhere between 50 and 60,000 miles, a handful of small, quiet tasks either get done or get skipped. And one of them, if you skip it, doesn't just cost you an inconvenience, it costs you thousands. We'll get to that one. It's coming up. Everything you're about to hear comes straight from Tesla's own owner's manual. Not a mechanic's opinion, not a forum guess. The actual documented schedule Tesla publishes, and most owners never read past the first page. Here's why this matters right now. More than it would with any other car you've owned. A gas car nags you, dashboard lights, sticker on your windshield, a guy at the shop calling to remind you it's been 6 months. Your Tesla doesn't do that for most of what we're covering today. There's no reminder chime, no mileage sticker. The responsibility sits with you, quietly, whether you know it or not, and that's actually the trap. Tesla markets itself, fairly, as low maintenance, fewer moving parts, no transmission fluid, no spark plugs, all true. But somewhere along the way, low maintenance turned into no maintenance in a lot of owners' heads. And that gap between what Tesla actually says and what people assume it says is exactly where expensive mistakes live. This isn't a sponsored service ad. Nobody paid for this list. And it isn't a scare tactic either. You won't hear your car will explode nonsense here. Just the real schedule. In plain language. Pulled from the source, so you can actually use it. 7 things. Count it down. Stick around for the last one. Because it's the mistake almost every new owner makes in their first year. And it's not the one you'd expect. Picture 2 Teslas, same model, same year. Both bought on the same day. One owner treats the car like it never needs a single thing beyond charging it. The other one quietly handles this list. A few minutes here, a scheduled visit there, spread out over years. 5 years later, those 2 cars are not the same car anymore. Same battery chemistry, same factory parts, wildly different condition. That gap is what this video is really about. Not scare tactics, just the difference between knowing the schedule and guessing at it. Let's start at the bottom of the list. Number 7, the cabin air filter. This one's easy to forget because nothing tells you to remember it. There's no light on your dash, no notification on your phone. Tesla recommends swapping it roughly every 2 years. 3 years if your Model S or Model X has the HEPA filter setup. And here's the part that surprises people. You can do it yourself. No special tools. The panel sits right behind your glove box. 10 minutes, maybe less. Think about how much air moves through that filter. Every time your AC kicks on, every time you defrost your windshield, every single vent in your cabin is pulling air through that one small piece of foam and paper. 2 years of pollen, dust, exhaust from every car you've ever sat behind at a red light. It adds up. Skip it long enough, and your AC starts working harder than it should, pulling more power to push air through a filter that's basically clogged. That musty smell creeping in after a rain. That's usually this. And on the HEPA-equipped cars, a neglected filter defeats the entire point of having that system in the first place. The fix costs you maybe $30 to $40 in parts if you order it yourself. Ignore it for years. And you're looking at reduced airflow, a compressor working overtime, and a cabin that never quite feels as clean as it should. It's a strange thing to say out loud, but this might be the single easiest task on the entire list. And also the one with the least urgency, which is exactly the combination that makes people forget it. Nothing bad happens quickly if you skip it. Nothing bad happens at all for a long time. And that's precisely the trap. The tasks that feel optional are usually the ones that quietly become mandatory a few years down the road. From there, it's a short jump to something that affects almost every mile you drive. Number 6, tire rotation. Here's where a lot of new owners get it backwards. They figure an EV needs less tire care. Since there's no engine wearing things down the old way, it's actually the opposite. All that instant torque you love at a green light is putting real stress on your tires. Every single time you accelerate, there's no gradual power delivery easing the rubber into it. It's instant, and your front tires especially take the brunt of it. Tesla recommends rotating every 6,250 miles. Check your tire wear right in the Tesla app, and you can schedule the rotation through mobile service without ever leaving your driveway. Some owners rotate at every other supercharger stop on a road trip, just as a habit, and honestly, that's not a bad rhythm to fall into. Here's the real cost of skipping this. Ballpark. A full set of tires on a Model 3 or Model Y can run you somewhere around $800 to $1,200 installed. Depending on the brand and where you live, And owners who've skipped rotations for too long often report needing a new set noticeably sooner than the tire's rated mileage, sometimes tens of thousands of miles early. Rotation itself costs next to nothing. The tires you save by doing it are the real number that matters. And it's worth saying, this isn't unique to one Tesla model. Model Y owners see it because of the extra weight from the higher ride height. Model 3 owners see it because of how quick the acceleration feels even in a base trim. Model S and Model X owners, especially in plaid trims, see it the fastest of all because that much torque finds the weak point in tire care almost immediately. Whatever you're driving, the same rule applies. Rotate on schedule, and the tires last close to what they're rated for. Skip it, and you're buying tires on Tesla's timeline instead of yours. Now, tires are one thing. What comes next is a different kind of overlooked. Number 5. Brake fluid. Your brake pads barely wear on a Tesla. Regenerative braking does most of the work, so the pads just sit there, patient, doing almost nothing. That's a good thing. Some owners report their original brake pads are still healthy, well past 60 or 70,000 miles. But that longevity tricks people into thinking the brake system needs zero attention. It doesn't. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. Pads or no pads. It happens slowly, through microscopic amounts of humidity in the air, through the seals in the system, whether you're braking hard every day or barely touching the pedal because Regan is doing the work for you. Tesla recommends a brake fluid health check every 4 years regardless of how your pads look. Sooner if you're towing, doing a lot of mountain driving, or living somewhere hot and humid. And that's a detail a lot of owners genuinely don't know exists. Contaminated fluid lowers the boiling point of the fluid itself, which means under hard braking, in an emergency stop, the fluid can behave differently than it should right when you need it most. This one's not about convenience. This one's about safety. It's a quick test at a service visit, usually bundled with something else you're already doing. And it's one of the cheapest, least talked about safety checks on this entire list. Here's the irony of it. Because regenerative braking makes the pedal feel so light and so easy day to day, a lot of owners genuinely forget they have a hydraulic brake system back there at all. It only fully engages during hard stops, low-speed maneuvers, or if Regan is limited because the battery's cold or nearly full. Which means the moments you actually rely on that fluid the most are exactly the moments you're least likely to be thinking about it. That's worth sitting with for a second. Then let's move on. Sticking with things you can't see, here's one almost nobody has heard of. Number 4. The AC Desiccant Bag. Never heard of it. Most owners haven't. It's a small component inside your AC system that keeps moisture out. And depending on your model, Tesla specifies a replacement interval you won't find anywhere on your dashboard. And honestly won't find in most casual conversations about Tesla maintenance either. It's the kind of part that exists purely so something else doesn't fail. Moisture inside an AC system is bad news. It can lead to internal corrosion. It can freeze inside the lines under the wrong conditions. And over years, it degrades the efficiency of the whole system. It's completely invisible until it isn't. You won't notice anything different about how your AC blows cold air. Right up until the day you do, ignore it long enough and you risk real inefficiency in your AC system, sometimes compressor damage down the line, and an AC compressor replacement is not a cheap repair on any car. Tesla included, it's a service center job. This isn't a driveway fix, but it's cheap now, bundled with a routine visit, and expensive later if it turns into a full system repair. If any of this is catching you a little off guard, that's exactly why this channel exists. Hit subscribe, because every video here breaks down exactly what Tesla documents. Nothing exaggerated, nothing invented. Coming up next, the item on this list that's actually tied to your safety, not just your wallet. We're halfway through, and the next one connects directly to what we just covered. Number 3, wheel alignment. There's no set mileage number here, and that's exactly why people forget about it. Tesla doesn't give you a fixed interval for this one. Instead, it's condition-based. Notice uneven wear on your tires. Hit a deep pothole. Clip a curb pulling into a parking spot a little too enthusiastically. Any of those, and it's time to get your alignment checked. Here's something owners don't always think about. A Tesla is heavier than most comparable gas cars because of the battery pack sitting low in the floor. That extra weight means a hard pothole hit can knock your alignment out more noticeably than it might on a lighter car. And because Teslas run near silent, you often don't get the audible warning signs. No engine noise masking a slight pull, no rumble telling you something's off. You might just feel a tiny drift on the highway and dismiss it as the road. Any decent alignment shop can do the job, but make sure they're using Tesla's specific torque specs and understand the suspension geometry. Skip this after an impact, and you're not just risking a pull to one side, you're feeding that tire wear problem we talked about earlier, turning one mistake into two, and paying for new tires even sooner than you would have otherwise. A lot of owners only think to check alignment after they've already replaced a set of tires early and wondered why. By then, the wear pattern is already baked in, and a fresh set of tires just starts wearing unevenly all over again if the underlying alignment issue never got fixed. The smarter order is the other way around. Suspect something, check the alignment first, then worry about the tires. It's a 5-minute conversation with a technician that can save you from repeating an expensive mistake twice. And this next one might be the most surprising item on the whole list, because the answer is basically the opposite of everything else you've heard so far. Number 2, high voltage battery coolant. Here's the twist. Tesla's own owner's manual says your battery coolant does not need to be replaced for the life of your vehicle under most circumstances. Read that again. Not every 2 years, not every 4 years, not on any recurring schedule at all. For the life of the car? That surprises people, because everything else on this list has a number attached to it. Some interval you're supposed to remember. This one doesn't, and there's a real engineering reason why. That coolant is sealed inside a closed system, protecting your battery pack's temperature year after year, through summer heat and winter cold, through fast supercharging sessions and slow overnight charges. Tesla designed it not to need routine replacement. Unlike a coolant system in a gas engine that degrades and needs periodic flushing. That said, here's the part worth remembering. The manual is also clear that opening the battery coolant reservoir yourself voids any related warranty coverage. So this isn't a do-it-yourself curiosity project. If a technician ever flags a coolant issue during a service visit, or if you notice a warning on your touchscreen, that's the one time this stops being a set-it-and-forget-it system. Otherwise, this is the rare item on the list where doing nothing is actually the correct move. And now, number 1, the one that surprises people the most, because it doesn't feel like maintenance at all. It's your software. Every time that update notification pops up on your screen, some owners just dismiss it. New feature. They think, nothing urgent. I'll do it later. Here's the problem with that. Tesla ties real diagnostic improvements and safety features directly to those updates, not to a physical visit at a service center. Your car is quite literally getting better while parked in your driveway. If you let it, think about what other cars require a dealership visit for: a recall fix, a sensor recalibration, a software bug in the infotainment system. On a Tesla, a huge portion of that gets handled overnight, automatically, for free. The moment you accept an update, ignore updates long enough, and you're not just missing a fun new menu animation, you're missing improvements Tesla already built, already tested, and shipped to your car at no cost. Some updates even touch things like regenerative braking behavior or battery management, quietly making the car function better than the day you bought it. Go into Settings, then Software, and check where you stand right now. Better yet, schedule your updates to install overnight, so you're never behind without realizing it. It takes 30 seconds to set up, and you never have to think about it again. Here's the thing about all 7 of these. None of them show up as a warning light. None of them interrupt your drive. They just sit there, quietly, waiting for you to either notice or not. The owners who go the distance, the real high-mileage Teslas you see with 300,000 miles on the odometer, they're not doing anything dramatic. They're not tearing the car apart every weekend. They're just not skipping the small stuff. So out of all 7, if you only remember one thing from this video, make it the software. It's the easiest one to fix. And it's the one people treat like it doesn't matter. It does. Go check right now. Settings, then Software, see what version you're on. And if there's an update waiting, don't put it off another week. The rest of this list, the filter, the tires, the brake fluid, the desiccant bag, the alignment, none of it needs to happen today. But it does need to happen, eventually, on its own schedule. The coolant is the one exception. The one item you can actually cross off and forget about. Put the rest somewhere you'll actually see it. A calendar reminder, a note on your phone. Even just bundling a few of these together into one mobile service visit twice a year is enough to stay ahead of all of it. Let's run through it one more time, quickly. So it actually sticks. Cabin filter. Every couple years, easy enough to do yourself. Tire rotation. Every 6,250 miles, the one that saves you the most money long-term. Brake fluid. Health check every 4 years. Small task, real safety impact. The AC Desiccant Bag. Invisible, but worth asking about at your next service visit. Alignment. Whenever something feels off or after any real impact, battery coolant. The one surprise on the list. Since Tesla says it's built to last the life of the car, and software, the one that costs you nothing but 5 minutes of attention. 7 tasks, none of them dramatic on their own. All of them adding up to the difference between a Tesla that ages gracefully and one that quietly falls behind. Because here's the truth about Tesla ownership that nobody puts on a billboard. The car doesn't need much, but much isn't nothing. And the owners who go the longest, who get the most miles, the most life out of their car, they're not doing anything special. They're just not skipping the small stuff. Next time, we're talking about the 5 charging habits that are quietly killing your battery right now, including one that almost every single owner does every single night without thinking twice. If this helped you catch something you'd been missing, subscribe. There's more like this coming.